How many of you felt like you ran into a roadblock in your life and felt like there was no way in the world that you were going to be able to overcome that obstacle? Well, today we are going to talk about how to overcome the obstacles that you have in your life. The bottom line is, obstacles are what we make them. My mother always said, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. So what that really means is how you end up responding to the obstacles in your life really depends on how you perceive that obstacle. So you can either make it a mountain or you can make it a molehill. Today I'm going to help you look at your obstacles as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Now, different strategies work for different people, obviously, but I'm hoping that today I'll be able to give you some techniques that will help move you forward through your life. Number one, I need you to look at the things in your past. I'm sure that there are obstacles that you've overcome in your past, and you need to think about how did you go about using the tools that you had in your toolbox in order to get through those obstacles. Was it talking to someone? Was it journaling? What's your thing? What got you through those obstacles in the past? Because there's a good chance that you may be able to use those same tools today to get over the obstacles that you're currently facing. Number two, I need you to really look at that obstacle and see if you're not the problem. Oftentimes we are our own worst enemies, and we tend to get in our very own way. So we allow fear, self-doubt, procrastination, or our inability to get over the past prevent us from moving forward. Sometimes, let's keep it real, we turn our reasons for not being able to move forward into excuses, rather than using that reason to help propel us forward and past that obstacle. You're just going to have to be very honest with yourself about where you stand with the things that are happening to you today. Are you contributing to the reason that you can't move forward? Now, once you start doing that, we'll be able to do some really good work, but sometimes it requires a great deal of introspection before you're able to tackle some of these tasks. Number three, sometimes moving forward from an obstacle is about merely accepting. And what I mean by that is accepting that there are some things you absolutely just cannot change. There are some things that are out of your control. If it is something that you can change, I would encourage you to put all that energy into finding a solution that will move you forward, rather than dwelling in the past and feeling stuck when there are clearly things that you're able to do. You're just not allowing yourself to do them. Number four, if it's something that is truly within your control and you've identified the fact that you have control over that problem or situation, then sit down and brainstorm. You've got to figure out what your options are, because the options may very well be endless. And for heaven's sakes, don't get lost in the details. Just simply write down some options. No matter how big or small or how difficult they may seem, the reality is there's going to be lots of different things that are going to play into how you manage that situation. You can work on the particulars later. Let's just put some options down. You only have two choices. You either look at an obstacle and give up, or you look at an obstacle and find a solution. Those are your two choices. So where are you at today? Are you going to give up, or are you going to find a solution? Because I think you are completely capable of finding a solution. Now, once you have all the options that are available to you, the next step is to write down some action steps. Like, what steps are you going to take in order to be able to achieve whatever you've written down as an option? The fifth thing is, I need you to keep it all the way real. You are going through this whole thing and feeling like you're all on this little teeny island by yourself. But the reality is there are 1,001 people in this world that are probably going through the exact same situation that you are going through. If you are really going through it, I suggest you reach out for some help. Talk to a trusted friend, call a therapist, get online. If you're not interested in going to see a therapist one-on-one, face-to-face, then get online, or reach out to your EAP on your job. That's an employee assistance program, and they can link you up with counselors that you can speak with. So it's very important important for you to remember, number one, you are not alone. And number two, because you're not alone and there are other people that are experiencing the same things that you're experiencing, there are resources out there to help you. Now, there are some obstacles that are really struggles, and sometimes they will be a lifetime battle. But I encourage you to make sure you enjoy the journey. I know that sounds odd, right? Enjoy the journey when you've got a problem. But imagine the success that you'll feel once you're able to succeed and overcome that obstacle. Keep in mind, it's all about perspective and how you view your obstacle. I'm sure that you have your own obstacles that you are facing, but with a little creativity and some willpower, you'll be just fine. I wish you the very best of luck in your endeavor. If there are things that you've dealt with and solutions that you found or things that have kept you encouraged, please list them in the comments. We are trying to establish a community where we help each other. So if there's something, advice or helpful suggestions that you can give someone, put them in the comments. Somebody may need the information that you have today. And as always, I'll see you next Thursday.